ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः तदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपां साग्रजातां सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्ता राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चना गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। भगवद गीता 1.1। धृतराष्ट्र उवाच धर्मक्षेत्रे कुरुक्षेत्रे समवेतायुयुत्सवः मामकाः पाण्डवाश्चैव किम् अकुर्वत सञ्जय। कार्पण्यदोषोपहतः स्वभावः पृच्छामि त्वां धर्मसमुरचिताः। यच्छ्रेयस्यां निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेऽहं शाधिमां त्वां प्रपन्नम्। देहिनोऽस्मिन् यथा देहे कौमारं यौवनं जरा तथा देहान्तरप्राप्ते धीरस्तत्र न मुह्यति। मात्रा स्पर्शास्तु कौन्तेय शीतोष्ण सुखदुःखदाः आगमापायिनो नित्यास्तांसि तिक्षस्व भारत। नेक्स्ट। म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे। देहाभिक्रमनाशोऽस्ति प्रत्यवायो न विद्यते स्वर्गमपि यस्य धर्मस्य त्रायते महतो भयात्। व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः एकेह कुरु नन्दन बहुशाखा ह्यनन्ताश्च बुद्धयो व्यवसायिनाम्। दर्शिनः विद्या विनय संपन्ने ब्राह्मणे गविहस्तिनि शुनि चैव स्वपाके च पंडिताः समदर्शिनः। ये हि संस्पर्शजा भोगा दुःखयोनय एव ते आद्यन्तवन्तः कौन्तेय न तेषु रमते बुधः तपसाम् सर्वलोकमहेश्वरम् सुहृदम् सर्वभूतानाम् ज्ञात्वा मां शान्तिमृच्छति मनस्तस्य येनात्मैवात्मना जितः अनात्मनस्तु शत्रुत्वे वर्तितात्मैव शत्रुवत् मनुष्याणां सहस्रेषु कश्चिद् यतति सिद्धये यततामपि सिद्धानां कश्चिन्मां वेति तत्त्वतः मत्तः परतरं नान्यत् किञ्चिदस्ति धनञ्जय मयि सर्वम् इदं प्रोतं सूत्रे गणिगणा इव एषा गुणमयी मम माया दुरत्यया मामेव ये प्रपद्यन्ते मायामेतां तरन्ति ते अन्तकाले च मामेव स्मरन् मुक्त्वा कलेवरम् यः प्रयाति समद्भावम् याति नाशास्त्य संशयः यं यं वापि स्मरन् भावम् त्यजत्यन्ते कलेवरम् तं एवैति कौन्तेय सदा तद्भावभावितः. Stop. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam. Please repeat after me. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam.
Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam.
Tyajatyante kalevaram.
Tyajatyante kalevaram.
Tam tamevaiti kaunteya.
Tam tamevaiti kaunteya.
Sada tadbhava bhavitaha.
Sada tadbhava bhavitaha.
Translation. Whatever state of being one remembers when he quits his body, O son of Kunti, that state he will attain without fail. Right. And the next one is same chapter, verse number 28. So in 8th chapter, this is the third shloka that we're doing. 8.5 starts with how Krishna is telling Arjuna the matter of fact that those who will remember him will attain him. Or rather, he's saying that whoever at the end of his life quits his body remembering me alone, at once attains my nature. Of this there is no doubt. That means he will attain Krishna's supreme abode. And then immediately in the next verse, Arjuna is thinking that what about those who are not thinking about you, are thinking about something else? Then Krishna says, Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam. He says whatever. Yam yam means whatever. Whatever state of being one remembers when he quits his body, O son of Kunti, that state he will attain without fail. And as I told you that between 6 chapters, Krishna emphasizes bhakti a lot, which is there. The importance of bhakti is there in 8.28, where he mentions that, I'm reading the translation, a person who accepts the path of devotional service is not bereft of the results derived from studying the Vedas, performing sacrifices, undergoing austerities, giving charity, or pursuing philosophical and fruitive activities. Simply by performing devotional service, he attains all these, and at the end he reaches the supreme eternal abode. That means in Satyug, in Treta Yuga, it's not that bhakti was not given to them. In fact, bhakti is such an expensive thing. It was not given easily. People had to meditate for thousands and thousands of years. They had to control their mind. The Kshatriyas had to give away in charity. The Vaishyas had to give so much in charity, whatever they earn. All these processes which are mentioned here, right? And after being purified, then they would have a chance for bhakti. But for us, because of the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in Kali Yuga it's made very easy. Because meditational practices or mind control or intelligence, sharpening our intelligence through study of Vedas, all this, giving away charity. It is mentioned in the 12th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, where Vedas writes, the quality of the people in Kali Yuga, that they will be such misers. They themselves will have such hard, so many desires first of all, and then even to achieve it, the means will be such meager. How will they give in charity? Very self-centered lives, right? And imagine, in spite of such low qualification we have, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us the highest. And here Krishna is emphasizing the same point with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, this is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mood. Those who reach the point of devotional service, they are not bereft of the benefits, or they are not bereft. It's understood that they've already performed all the other activities. All the other activities of studying the Vedas, all the other activities of giving charity, performing sacrifices, yagyas, dan, tapa, all these things they have already performed. That means the amount of purification which the Mahamantra has is tremendous. Right? So that is given to us by the Supreme Lord in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's why it is said that He is the most munificent. The first prayer that we say, Om Jnana Timirandasya Gnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yenam Tasmai Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati. This Rupa Goswami is one who has understood the heart of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And this Rupa Goswami, he says a prayer when he saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for the first time. At that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his brother Sanatan Goswami, Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami were these two brothers. And at Ramakeli, Rupa Goswami saw this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dancing for the first time in his life. And he immediately made out, he was such a pure devotee, he immediately made out that this is my Supreme Lord who has come in this avatar. And he is dancing on the road. As Krishna, he was king of Dwarka. To get his audience was not so easy. Now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come out. And he is giving away love for him. He is distributing it freely to everyone and anyone. He is not bothered about qualification. What is the price that we have to pay? Our willingness to do it. Our faith. Shraddha and our willingness to do it is the only price do we need to pay. Is it so expensive? Alive? When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was having his pastimes? Yes, all 6 Goswamis have had the audience of... Only Gopal Bhatta Goswami was a small child. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had stayed at his father's house, Venkata Bhatt's house, for 4 months of Chaturmas. That was in South India. So his audience was such, he was a small child, and then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had told him that once you finish your responsibilities of your parents, because you're the only son, then you can join the Goswamis in Vrindavan. This was his instruction to Gopal Bhatta Goswami. It's all Goswamis. They are disciples of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all of them, all 6 of them.
So the deities of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, always there are 2, like one is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and you, and the other one is Balram.
It's Balramji. Balram Hoilo Nitai. Nitai is a sweet name for Nityanand Prabhu. Like how Gauranga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was called Gauranga because he had Gaur Anga. He had a golden complexion. So lovingly he was called Gaur. Nityanand Prabhu was lovingly called Nitai. So it's Gaur Nitai. It's actually Krishna Balram. Okay, so we'll do this shloka. We did the first 2 lines last time. We'll revise it again. This we were revising Karpanya Dosha because it's the same tune. Do you remember? It's the same tune as Karpanya Dosha. Vedeshu Yaggeshu Tapaha Suchaiva.
Vedeshu Yaggeshu Tapaha Suchaiva.
Vedeshu Yaggeshu Tapaha Suchaiva.
Vedeshu Yaggeshu Tapaha Suchaiva.
Daneshu Yat Punyafalam Pradishtam.
Daneshu Yat Punyafalam Pradishtam.
Yat Punyafalam Pradishtam.
Yat Punyafalam Pradishtam.
Tomato kata. not ठंडा पानी ठ. First two lines start.
वेदेषु यज्ञेषु तपः शुचैव दानेषु यत्पुण्यफलं प्रदिष्टम्.
Again.
वेदेषु यज्ञेषु तपः शुचैव दानेषु यत्पुण्यफलं प्रदिष्टम्.
Please repeat. Atyeti.
अत्येति
Atyeti.
अत्येति
Surpasses. Tat sarvam.
तत्सर्वम्
All those.
all those
Idam.
इदम्
Idam.
इदम्
This.
this
Viditva.
विदित्वा
Viditva.
विदित्वा
Viditva.
विदित्वा
Knowing.
knowing
Yogi.
योगी
Yogi.
योगी
The devotee.
the devotee
Param.
परम
Param.
Param.
Supreme.
supreme
Sthanam.
स्थानम्
Sthanam.
स्थानम्
Sthanam.
स्थानम्
Abode.
abode
Upaiti.
उपैति
Upaiti.
उपैति
Achieves.
achieves
Cha.
Cha.
Also.
also
Adyam.
आद्यम्
Adyam.
आद्यम्
The original.
the original
Okay. So here clearly Krishna is saying Yogi Param Sthanam. That yogi who has practiced devotional service will get the supreme abode. What about those who have already done dan, only done punya, only done tapa, or studying Vedas?
they will only get the punya for that.
Yeah, they will only get the punya for that. Whereas what does the devotional person who's performing devotional service get? The supreme abode. He goes back. He gets the benefits of this. And the best benefit, the Param Sthan. He gets the supreme abode. He goes back to the kingdom of God. He goes back to Godhead. We'll read the translation words and then we're going to the last two lines. Start.
A person who accepts the path of devotional service will not get some of the results derived by studying the Vedas, performing sacrifices, undergoing austerities, giving charity, or pursuing philosophical and intuitive activities. Simply by performing devotional service, he attains all these, and at the end he reaches the supreme eternal abode.
Vedeshu yagyeshu tapaha suchaiva.
वेदेषु यज्ञेषु तपः शुचैव
Daneshu yat punyaphalam pradishtam.
दानेषु यत्पुण्यफलं प्रदिष्टम्
Atyeti tat sarvam.
अत्येति तत्सर्वम्
Idam viditva.
इदम् विदित्वा
Atyeti tat sarvamidam viditva.
अत्येति तत्सर्वमिदम् 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 विदित्वा
Third line 3 times. Start.
अत्येति तत्सर्वमिदम् विदित्वा अत्येति तत्सर्वमिदम् विदित्वा अत्येति तत्सर्वमिदम् विदित्वा
Vinti Mataji and Priya Mataji. Third line. Start.
अत्येति तत्सर्वमिदम् विदित्वा
Perfect. Rakhi Mataji.
अत्येति तत्सर्वमिदम् विदित्वा
Gunjan Mataji and Sonali Mataji.
अत्येति तत्सर्वमिदं विदित्वा
Gairavi Mataji.
अत्येति तत्सर्वमिदं विदित्वा
Neeti Mataji.
अत्येति तत्सर्वमिदम् विदित्वा
Shruta Mataji.
अत्येति तत्सर्वमिदम् विदित्वा
First 3 lines. Start.
वेदेषु यज्ञेषु तपः चैव
Slower.
दानेषु यत्पुण्यफलम् प्रदिष्टम् अत्येति तत्सर्वमिदम् विदित्वा
Last line.
योगी
Repeat it. Yogi param sthanamupayiti chadyam.
Yogi param sthanamupayiti chadyam.
Yogi param sthana.
Yogi param sthana.
Yogi param sthana.
Yogi param sthana.
Mupaiti chadyam.
Mupaiti chadyam.
Mupaiti chadyam.
Mupaiti chadyam.
Full line after me. Yogi param sthanamupayiti chadyam.
Yogi param sthanamupayiti chadyam.
Yogi param sthanamupayiti chadyam.
Yogi param sthanamupayiti chadyam.
Atyeti tatsarvamidam viditva.
Atyeti tatsarvamidam viditva.
Yogi param sthanamupayiti chadyam.
Yogi param sthanamupayiti chadyam.
Atyeti tatsarvamidam viditva.
Atyeti tatsarvamidam viditva.
Yogi param sthanamupayiti chadyam.
Yogi param sthanamupayiti chadyam.
Full verse twice, then we will try without looking. Start.
Vedeshu yajneshu tapahashu chaiva.
Start again.
Vedeshu yajneshu tapahashu chaiva. Daneshu yat punyaphalam pradishtam. Adyeti tat sarvamidam viditva. Yogi param sthanamupayiti chadyam.
Again.
Vedeshu yajneshu tapahashu chaiva. Daneshu yat punyaphalam pradishtam. Atyeti tat sarvamidam viditva. Yogi param sthanamupayiti chadyam.
Without looking. Can we try? Close your eyes. You can peep. 1, 2, 3, start.
Vedeshu yajneshu tapahashu chaiva. Daneshu yat punyaphalam pradishtam. Atyeti tat sarvamidam viditva. Yogi param sthanamupayiti chadyam.
Better? Left side will try. Start.
Vedeshu yajneshu tapahashu chaiva. Daneshu yat punyaphalam pradishtam. Atyeti tat sarvamidam viditva. Yogi param sthanamupayiti chadyam.
Right side. Me too. Okay. Start.
Vedeshu yajneshu tapahashu chaiva. Daneshu yat punyaphalam pradishtam. Atyeti tat sarvamidam viditva. Yogi param sthanamupayiti chadyam.
1, 2, 3, 4. Start.
Vedeshu yajneshu tapahashu chaiva. Daneshu yat punyaphalam pradishtam. Atyeti tat sarvamidam viditva. Yogi param sthanamupayiti chadyam.
1, 2, 3, 4. Start.
Vedeshu yajneshu tapahashu chaiva. Daneshu yat punyaphalam pradishtam. Atyeti tat sarvamidam viditva. Yogi param sthanamupayiti chadyam.
Translation.
A person who accepts the path of devotional service is not bereft of the results derived from studying the Vedas, performing sacrifices, undergoing austerities, giving charity, or pursuing philosophical and fruitive activities. Simply by performing devotional service, he attains all these and again he chooses to keep eternal abode.
9.2. We have 5 minutes. We can do at least the first one. Chapter 9, verse number 2. What is the name of the chapter, Mataji? Bhairavi Mataji. Say big purpose hai. That's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mood. He's opened up everything. However confidential it is. Those who can understand will understand. Chapter 9, verse number 2. Raja Vidya.
Raja Vidya.
Raja Vidya.
Raja Vidya.
The king of education.
The king of education.
Raja Ghuyam.
Raja Ghuyam.
Raja Ghuyam.
Raja Ghuyam.
The king of confidential knowledge.
The king of confidential knowledge.
Anyone wants to give their mobiles for lectures, more kirtans, more lectures, translation नहीं, क्या कहते हैं उसको? Recording of verses. It's not. I've not given it to for editing yet. "51 key verses. Anyone wants? You have it? Sushila Mataji is there, no?
Friday का class का मिलेगा?
CC.
This Friday class, because they didn't have the recorder, so I recorded it. It's a yeah, it's a
Could you put it in this?
Yeah, she'll have to take it out from here, keep it in the folder and transfer for her also.
Every time I have my thing, I start with this verse also.
and the CC is here.
Which was Raja Vidya Raja.
Every time I play it, it's that.
What's the
It's
name?
just called CC.
Translation. This knowledge is the king of education. Which knowledge?
The transcendental.
Transcendental knowledge. Verse chapter 4.
Rajvidya.
Which Rajvidya?
Knowledge.
There are 4 options which Krishna gives clearly in Bhagavad Gita. 4 types of yoga. We did this in Journey of Self-Discovery. Yeah? Jnana Yoga, Dhyan Yoga, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. And which is the topmost, he says in 6.47? Yogi Namapi Sarvesha Madhyatena Antaratmana. He says the Bhakti Yoga is the
Highest.
topmost. 7th chapter onwards, he starts giving us knowledge about himself and a little bit more about what pleases him, how to do bhakti. And then he is giving clearly. Now if you see, chapter 9 means right in between the Bhagavad Gita. This is chapter 9. 18 chapters ka. Right in the center, the most important knowledge is like right in the center, in the core of the Bhagavad Gita. That's chapter 9. Now here in this shloka 9.2, he is giving us characteristics of devotional service. Number 1, he says this is Raja Vidya. This is king of education. All mundane education to his bakwas, that is out of this purview. Even in spiritual education, the most important is the knowledge about bhakti, what pleases Krishna. Raja Guyam, the king of confidential knowledge. Pavitram, the purest.
The purest.
Idam, this. Uttamam, transcendental. Pratyaksha, by direct experience. Avagamam, understood. Dharmyam, the principle of knowledge. Religion. The principle of religion. Susukham, very happy. Kartum, to execute. Avyayam, everlasting. Now this prasad that is given to you, you all can have it tomorrow, since today is Ekadashi. Padmini. What? No, miss
That's,
the Kupra Pak.
I got it.
my daughter loves it.
You'll get it upstairs.
Upstairs is there.
They'll give you like
They give you one.
with GFS.
We get GF.
It's like the 4 times of what they give you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we get nice options.
Sometimes you have to get hands on it in the kitchen. Translation, we'll read it once. This knowledge is the king of education, the most secret of all secrets. It is the purest knowledge, and because it gives direct perception of the self by realization, it is the perfection of religion. It is everlasting and it is joyfully performed. So tapaha, tapasya, mind control, mind meditation, even the yagyas, right? Even deity worship to some extent is a tapasya, because you have to be like, absolutely, it's a tapasya for the false ego, to worship someone else. And what is bhakti? It's joyfully performed. Krishna, and starting from the last. Su sukham kartum avyaya means the entire process will give you so much sukh. Imagine eating prasad. It's joyfully performed. Is there any austerity in it?
No.
And you're getting purified. Right? And then, what else is there? Somehow I started with prasad. Everything backward.
Even
Krishna Katha.
decorating and doing that
Yeah.
murti. And
Exactly. The personal worship of the Lord. Is it
singing
austerity?
bhajans and
Singing bhajans is such a melody to the mind. It's amazing when you sing shlokas, when you sing bhajans, when you sing for the Lord. It's amazing. When you study the scriptures, when even Krishna Katha, when you simply have to hear the pastimes that the Lord has performed. It's so sweet. It's all nectarian. So the Lord says, all this will purify you also. Correct? So this is Susukham Kartumavyayam. Prataksha, why Krishna is calling it Uttamam? It's the best of all religious practices, because it will give you a direct perception of the self, of who you are. You yourself will realize that I am not this body, I am the soul. That spiritual pleasure, that bliss, remember Journey of Self-Discovery, we were talking about that amount of bliss that bhakti will give. You will have direct perception of it. Something that someone else cannot explain. If I tell you bhakti gives pleasure, you don't have to believe it blindly. If you practice it, you will also experience it. So Krishna is saying Pratyakshavagamam Dharmyam. It gives you direct perception of the self by realization. You will realize it yourself. And it is the purest knowledge. Because it is pure, it purifies even our heart. The king of education and the most secret of all secrets. Why secret now? He's saying it openly. Bhagavad Gita is accessible to everyone. Does everyone understand it?
no.
The secret is there, and the secret is locked. The key is with the Lord's devotees. When the devotees open the Bhagavad Gita, you will really understand what is the heart of the Lord. In that way, you have to find a devotee who is very rare, who can actually explain you. That's why, the purports, Prabhupada has made it even more public by writing purports. His purports are actually the heart of Krishna. What Krishna really wants us to do, really wants us to perform. In fact, in 6th chapter also, when Krishna writes about mind control, basically he's talking about Dhyan Yoga, the meditational process of bhakti, one particular option, one particular yoga. He is writing, and even in the purpose, Prabhupada still saying Bhakti Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. Why? Because he doesn't want anyone to get lost. There was one particular person who wanted to read the Bhagavad Gita, and some other philosopher, he found the Bhagavad Gita, and where he was writing about this particular, and it was really, he was thinking, wow, this is a very good thing. So what is there? And he wrote, what all I have to do? So he saw that I have to go to a confined place, a solitary place, and there's kusha grass. He didn't know what was kusha grass, because he was from abroad. So he went to find some dictionary. There he found something about kusha grass. Somehow he went to the Himalayas, and then he never came back. He was lost. He went somewhere, he did something, finally he came back, and he was completely lost. First of all, he was without a guru, without a devotee trying to understand the heart of Krishna. And number 2, Prabhupada again and again writes more about devotion, because in the end that is what Krishna is asking Arjuna to do. He doesn't want us to get deviated at any point of time. He doesn't want us to get deviated at any point of time. He wants us to be focused. That eventually this is what Krishna is going to say. And actually at the end of the 6th chapter, Krishna says, which is best? Bhakti Yoga is only best. And then from 7th chapter onwards, he gives more information. And 9th chapter is the most secret. He gives a total, all characteristics of devotional service. In that, this Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam and all these shlokas come in this 9th chapter. If you all ever have time, just go to the translations. If you go through only the translations, I'm not asking you to read the shlokas, only the translations is so sweet. You will see everything in it. So can we start this shloka? First 2 lines can we finish?
Yeah.
It is 9:35. Am I right or am I slow?
40.
Anyone yet to do darshan? Yeah? So what do you want to do? We'll do 1 line, first line. Those who want to go for darshan can go. Prabhuji is coming. First line. Rajvidya Rajaguyam.
Rajavidya Rajaguyam.
Very simple. Rajavidya Rajaguyam.
Rajavidya Rajaguyam.
Guyam means confidential, secret. Rajavidya Rajaguyam.
Rajavidya Rajaguyam.
Can everyone repeat it? 1, 2, 3, start.